Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance on YouTube. Okay, so I wanted to touch base on Tom Brady. His prices have taken a dip.
You dipped. Why are you dipped?
And it's quite interesting. I was doing a video with my old coworker Ben, and it was regarding the football season. And I didn't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would win the Super Bowl. I thought they would be a lot more competitive than they were. But one of the issues that I saw was the off the field problems with his wife. And if you remember with the Patriots, there was all sorts of drama, but it was behind closed doors. Now, this is in the public, right? You could argue that, hey, Tom Brady had to deal with Deflategate and that was in the public. Okay. That's a fair counter argument. But what I will say is that, in my opinion, the departure of Antonio Brown, as toxic as he is, and the departure of Bruce Arians, and also the off the field drama that you're seeing with his wife, or soon to be ex wife, is taking an impact. And also the second retirement of Rob Gronkowski. I mean, Tom Brady's favorite target was Gronk. So that doesn't help as well. And some people are saying that, well, Tom Brady got Julio Jones. Stop talking about football and get into sports cards, right? And I was overly optimistic on him. I thought the Buccaneers would go to the playoffs, but not do that much damage. They could still turn it around, don't get me wrong. But is this a Super Bowl team as of right now? No, it's not. And what I find quite interesting in some of the cards that I look at very closely, the PSA 8 Chrome card, that is taking a huge dip. And if you go back to February of 2021, one sale hit $5,000. And I remember that it didn't make sense of how all these cards were overpriced as of that moment. And that eventually tanked to, right now it's under 2,000 bucks. If you look at the non-chrome card, the base card, the PSA 8 number 236, and as a disclosure, by the way, I've already sent one out for consignment. Just need the cash to pay for some of the repairs, that I've been talking about, rather than dip into my investment accounts. But regardless, I'm seeing these prices. When he retired initially, it got as high as 2,300 bucks, 2,400 bucks, and now I'm seeing sales. It could be under $1,000. That's crazy, okay? And the fact is, they lost to the Panthers this badly. What was the score? 21-3, 24-3, whatever it was? That's not good. Now, the question is Tom Brady going to retire mid-season? And would that create a bump up? And also, would people speculate in his cards? Because maybe he could try to salvage his relationship, right? And that's what I'm thinking out loud. I personally don't want to speculate too much in his rookies right now. I'm looking at his non-rookies. I bought a Heritage, I think it's 2002 card of his, a few of them. And one, I think, in the PSA holder and one in the CSG. I have to double check if one of them is in a PSA holder or not. But I did buy two of them from my memory. And that's what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at non-volatile cards of Tom Brady, because the rookies is where a lot of people speculate in. But the cards that I believe are going to be steady and consistent are going to be his non-rookie cards. But, I could be wrong, right? Obviously, do not speculate based on what I'm saying. This is just my own thoughts and me thinking out loud. And always do your due diligence before making any speculative decision out there. Now, the only risk that I could see with Tom Brady is his ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife Giselle. She knows what happens behind closed doors. And there was a moment where she she leaked to the media, I believe, or she told the media that Tom Brady allegedly had a concussion, was playing through it. That got swept underneath the rug. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. And does she know any other secrets that Tom Brady doesn't want to let out? Now, I don't think Tom Brady used performance enhancement drugs, but if he did, she would know. And she's going through a bitter divorce. And who knows what she may be leaking out to the media or through her friends, which may leak things out, etc., etc., etc. So that's the only risk in Tom Brady cards, is a bitter former wife who knows what's going on behind closed doors. Not only that, we live in the age of cancel culture. So now the media may be like, hey, let's try to cancel Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback alive, right? Because that's what's their MO these days, right? Cancel, cancel, cancel. They tried to cancel Aaron Rodgers last year because he decided not to take the jab. And I think the attacks on Rodgers went a bit overboard, in my opinion. Sure, they could have criticized him because he may have used language that, may have deceived people. But at the end of the day, they wanted to cancel this dude. They wanted to make him look like a villain. And it was just, in my opinion, outrageous. But that's how the media works. Even though Rodgers, in my opinion, was pretty rational in what he was saying. He talked about it on Rogan. But regardless, we live in a different environment, and I do believe that cancel culture could play a role. Hopefully, Brady didn't do anything bad. The only thing that we know is Deflategate and Spygate, but no one cares about that, right? And people speculated knowing that information. Now, is there anything else that we don't know? That's the thing speculating Tom Brady cards. I will be buying. Now, I want to buy in an absolute crash mode. And right now he's heading towards retirement. So maybe after retirement, a couple years down the road, if we see that crash that I see in 2024, 2025, I'll probably be buying. Maybe not aggressively. I may look at some of the Chrome cards out there. But you have to remember, if there is any information that comes out on Brady, hopefully not. There are going to be a lot of bag holders on Brady, but hopefully that's not the case. But the last thing I want to leave on is I remember in one of the videos, someone was saying I was way too negative, and I said that, hey, that Tom Brady PSA 8 card that I bought a bunch of a couple years ago, which I sold most of them, by the way. I slowly sold them in the past, year and a half. And I was saying that, hey, Tom Brady is, his cards, the PSA 8, could go back to $500, $600. I wouldn't be surprised. They're at $1,000 now, right? People thought it kept on going up and up and up and up and up, right? And went down. I was casted as negative. You're bad for the hobby, this, that. While the prices did go down, right? And they wanted to point the finger at me. Now we're seeing prices going down, and you're seeing still some people in the establishment of the hobby, some people on YouTube still pointing fingers at me. It doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. But it is what it is, guys. And anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys. All right, thanks. Bye.